We right here, y'all.
Something you never had, you need to do something you've never done.
Yes. We gonna sing right here.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, Miss Renee.
Show.
Oh yeah, we gonna do it here.
Miss Renee Show.
Right here in Listen Vision, y'all.
Renee Show.
Oh yeah, Miss Renee.
Miss Renee Show.
I like how you sing it.
Thank you, Mustafa.
Girl, I like how you sing it now.
Thank you, Mustafa.
And where we at now?
Miss Renee Show.
Hello, and welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show right here on WLVS, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. We're right across from Howard University. Ain't you? You know. And right here in the nation's capital on a beautiful, crisp evening, we have a show for you. Look, I apologize for last week because of the snow. We had to cancel that. As a matter of fact, the studio was closed for one of the first times I've ever heard of. So we have really condensed the show today, but you are going to be so excited because you would think, even though you're sitting next to me, Herb, that it was early Women's History Month because we have some phenomenal women for you. But we start off with a man who's doing some great things, which we're going to get to in 1 minute. So I just want you to sit here with me so we can talk about it, right?
I would love to.
So I wanted to talk about our sponsors. Our first sponsor is Navetica, your pet's choice. Yes, a revolutionary and innovative app, free app, which you download and you're able to take a pet assessment of your furry loved one. And through taking those questions, while you're watching a 1 minute video, algorithms and a series of algorithms will provide a customized regimen just for you and your pet. So I'm excited about that. We're about to launch. And it's none other than Dr. Lance London, my mentor of almost 33 years. I remember when he was doing Mega One, and Kathy Hughes, our living legend, tried to recruit him for Radio One. I witnessed that at La Font Plaza. So I'm just saying, it's just a wonderful, like-minded experience of all. So listen, if you want to hear more about Navetica, we have a email, right, Jacob? It's petparents with an S 360@gmail.com, or just go on my social media and I'll send you a link shortly, and just give me your name, your contact. It's really, really great stuff, y'all. Some really, really good products. So thank you, Dr. London, the founders, and the Navitican Nation. Also, our next sponsor, and I love sponsors, okay, is Daryl and Alicia Pryor, yes, of Liberty Financial. We have a video as well, right, Jacob? Yes. Enjoy.
It's tax time. Are you procrastinating, dreading that day to have to come into the tax office for assistance? Don't stress. We're here for you. No stress, no guess for us. No return is too complicated or too hard. Give us a call. We're standing by to help.
Yes, thank you so much, Daryl and Alicia Pryor, both prior military, which is why I really love them, because they're about their business. And if you want to put your life and your finances into someone that is credible and will treat everything above bar and above average, quite frankly, outstanding, would be Liberty Financial. And you can reach them at 703 765-2076, 703-765-2076. Thank you so much to our sponsors. We're going to start off with Herb Gray, the CEO of Enhancement Services. I'm so excited because, Herb, first of all, welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Renee. I hear about you and I've seen you, and to be sitting right here beside you is just a blessing, and I'm glad to be there. I'm glad what you're doing, spread the good word about what's going on in not just this community, but everywhere. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And, Reverend George E. Holmes brought us together. I love when people connect great people. You look like you'd be my brother.
I think
Did
so.
y'all check it out, y'all? The eyes down. Look.
We're gonna do some testing around here. We're going to do some swabbing and some testing, seeing what we got going on here.
So let me ask you a few questions, because I'm dealing with this, and I'm sure every family in America in one way or another is dealing with mental illness. And why is it increasing so much in this day and age?
Right. Well, I kind of think, and the exposure is there for people saying, well, there was a time people would try to push you off to the side. So at least now people are saying, well, something is not quite right with my loved one. I don't know what, but let me see if I can get some help. Mm-hmm. So number one, it is easily or better accepted right now. But number two, I think people are dealing with so much of pressure to be accepted in the things that they're not necessarily there. Maybe they're not financially where they want to be, physically where they want to be, things of that nature. And there's so much pressure, and people sometimes take that energy and say, well, I'm depressed because I'm not this. I'm depressed because I'm not there. But not looking to say, I'm just blessed because I am who I am today. Yeah. And so they're battling some things. And so we unfortunately have a mental health care company that wants to have concern, care, and professionalism when we're dealing with individuals.
Yes, and bedside manner really is important when it comes to this, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that stigma and how we can really, get rid of it, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think that you first of all, even if you don't quite, as the individual or you're alone, didn't understand what's going on, you do understand that, hey, what are avenues that can help, right? I mean, my company is Life Enhancement Services here in D.C. We try to work with kids and adults and take them where they are, right? And we work with them in the communities and things of that nature. So I say that to say that, when we're looking at ways to try to help, let's all collectively, whether it's our churches, our schools, or like your program, and let's see what we can do to wrap our arms around our people and see what we can do to help them become the best they can be.
Yes. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you'd like to tell our viewers and people who will see this, when it airs again, how to deal with it, what to do, any tips?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, first of all, it is an admittance that we must even look at ourselves. So we want to make a change. I mean that change. Sometimes it's easy to say I want to make a weight change. I want to make those type of changes. But a change to say I want to get up out of bed every day and feel great about myself is difficult. And you have to just go in there and say I want somebody to help me professionally make that change on the inside.
Now, what about the person who's maybe was on point, all of a sudden maybe had that break, and then needs help in hygiene and getting back to that plateau or new normal to do that? How would you touch on that?
Well, it is a building somebody back up. I mean, when you look at it, most times or a lot of times people start at a certain level and something goes wrong with their life. It could be a death, could be a job loss, it could be disappointment in the love life. And so they take a step back, right? And so our goal with my company and many other licensed professionals, their goal is to say, again, I go back to I'm going to take you where you are and where do you want to be, and then how we can get you there. And it's not going to be overnight. I mean, a lot of times people say, well, I want to be, as Monday, I want to be better by Wednesday, right? It just probably won't happen.
Come on now. That's everybody.
Exactly. But we can say, hey, where are we on Wednesday, and then where are we on the following Wednesday? We can take those steps that way. And I think that is the key, is to get out there and take, I use the cliche, baby steps to get where you want to be.
I love it. Lastly, and I know we don't have a lot of time, and we could have a whole
Don't
2
say
hours.
lastly. I'm not going
this.
anywhere. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Well, thank you. That's what Dr. Holmes said. But, one last thing for the serious situations. If someone has, say, psychosis or schizophrenia or something where they have to have a major medication and they're dealing with that, do they have hope for a new normal? Or is that like something way back when they used to put them in insane asylums? Yeah. Now we have the medicines. Can you touch on that, sir?
Yeah, in our program, we've even had people who've dealing with those things, and we call them peer support individuals who work with others who are dealing with those things. So true enough, it may not be something that without medication and counseling they can just independently be on their own, but with those type of managed care services, they can actually live the life independently that they want to have.
Let me ring the bell to that
one. Ring it.
Because we all want to live quality of life, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And we all deserve it.
We do.
Herb Gray, thank you so much for coming. And again, just give them your information to contact you.
Well, good. We're with Life Enhancement Services, 1818 New York Avenue here in Washington, 202-269-2401, 202-269-2401. Please give us a call.
Yes, and we'll be doing some things and collaborating with him and Dr. Holmes and some other great trailblazers and people in the DMV metro area and beyond. And I'm excited about it.
Well, I'm excited as
So
well.
stay tuned, and we'll be right back. And for those of you who don't know, Silver Logan Sharp was my first guest 4 years ago, a dear friend. She's in the studio, and I'll tell you why later. And we're going to be playing one of her songs, which I always start off with on the Renee Allen Friend Show. Enjoy.
Thank you, and thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
Well, it's not far down to paradise. At least it's not for me. But the wind is right, we can sail away. Find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. It's not far to Never, Never Land. No reason to pretend that if the wind is right, we can find the joy of innocence again.
Viola
Oh,
Keola.
the
Viola Keola.
You got it.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen Friend Show. I am sitting here with Keola, such a sweetheart. I love women in general, the bad, the good, the pretty, the ugly. It doesn't matter. I just love women in the pecking order. I'm the oldest of three, so I guess I don't have a choice. I parlayed into my adulthood. But I will say I prefer the like-minded, beautiful, kind women of gold. Okay, and that's what Keola is. I was on her show last week. She saw one of my quotes on my Facebook which said, haters don't hate you, they hate themselves or secretly want to be you. And she fell in love with that one. Okay, every now and then I come up with a good one, right? So I was on her show, had a great time, but we're here to talk about you.
Ooh, it's a pleasure to be
Yes.
here. Thank you for having me.
You're
This
welcome.
is so exciting.
Tell them a little bit about you.
Well, I am Keola Binelli, and originally I'm from Brazil. I moved to U.S. like almost 14 years ago. April 16, gonna be 14 years. And I love this country. And I just, I'm married. I have 4 kids, and I just love, like you, I love women and just, to inspire and just support, encourage women. So.
Yeah. And it's true, y'all, because there's a lot of women saying it. But the minute I start talking with them, I know different right away. I have a radar for that, and she is one of the good ones. So let's talk about, hey, what did you think about the Oscars not having a host this year?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny because we had the party, the Oscarville party.
Yes.
And we were just there and they just everybody was so excited just getting together and networking. And we watched very little of the Oscar.
There, you saw the pictures of, yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't make it because, I was trying to get there. But on the Oscars, there were parties all over the DMV, all over the world, quite frankly. And if you could put one of those pictures back up, at least the group one, Keola always she has a boutique. We can talk about that too.
Okay.
She's just a triple threat, y'all, but just give them a little bit more about the boutique.
Yeah, so I have Keola Binelli Couture. It's a Brazilian clothing line, one-of-a-kind pieces. I travel to Brazil about 5 to 6 times a year, and I just bring this one-of-a-kind. You're not going to find any place else but at Keola Binelli Couture.
Yeah. And she actually gave me an outfit. I was trying to bring it in the beautiful bag you gave me, and I forgot it. I forgot my phone, too.
I can't wait to see when you wear it.
I will. I'll wear it to something with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So tell them about your
Savvy, Sexy, and Social Women Club. Yes. Really quick here, I just when I came to U.S. like 14 years ago, right? So I didn't know anybody. I barely speak English, right? And I noticed that I live in Great Falls, Virginia, and I noticed whatever place that you go, there is a tribe. And sometimes in order to be accepted, you have to change who you are. So what to say? No, I have to be true to myself And then I'm so proud
girl.
that I stay true to myself. And today I create my own tribe. And in our tribe, we just support, inspire women just to be true to themselves, to embrace, who they are, their inner self. That's what about Savvy, Sexy, Social.
I love it. Where's your card? Didn't you have a
I
postcard?
do.
Show them. You might get a close-up, Jacob, on that.
Savvy, Sexy, Social Women Club. We are
That
an
is so cool.
enthusiastic group of women from across Washington, D.C. that come together for inspiration, networking, plus a lot of parties and a lot of fun.
Yes. And if you saw her house, you see why she has so many parties. Well, thank you so much.
you
any
for having
any
me.
contact information you want to give them?
Absolutely. If you want to learn more about, Chiola Binelli Couture and about Savvy, Sexy, Social Women Club, we have a website. So it's www.savvysexyandsocial.com, right? And then we have also a Facebook page as well. You can check us out. And then also we have KeulaBinelliCouture.com. And again, it's Keula Binelli, BINELLY, COUTURE.com.
Yes, and I could listen to her speak all day. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you so much. This was amazing.
Love you.
Thank you
We'll be
all.
right back, y'all. And I believe it's for our new segment with our friend Paula Potts.
That's so exciting. Okay.
Chips. Mike White. To my mother, I wanna know have I made you proud. And to my father, I wanna know have I ever been a problem child. And to my pastor, I've been trying to be in church a little more. And to my lady, just have patience, God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I may have hurt wrong. I've done, I'm putting it behind me. There are some things I gotta get right. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? What would it say on my progress report? I wonder what it would say. To all my teachers, thanks for taking extra time out with me. To my producer, thanks for keeping a young fella on the beat. And to the soldiers, for going out there and risking your life for me. And to my lady, just have patience, cause God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I forgot to mention. Come and look at my long list. There are some things I gotta eventually I'll get to you. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster, heels and turns, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? I know I've done more good than bad. I know, but for some reason I feel there's so much room for improvement. So I'ma go find those burnt bridges. There are some things I gotta building back up again. Loose ends need to be tied. I gotta tie it all up. Hold on, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, I was just thinking, what if my life was being graded? What would it say? What would it say? There were some things I gotta get right. Loose ends need to be tied right away. I ain't going nowhere, but I'm gonna hang on. What if every word, what if my life action, thought in mind, what would it say on my progress report? What would it say on my progress report? I wonder what it would say.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Jacob, can you put up her flyer? I know you did earlier, but I want everyone to see the new segment of self-care. Come on, Paula.
All right, we're going to do it.
I just want to say thank you to my sister goddess, Renee. And I call you my sister goddess because you shed light on the situation.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Uh-oh. Come on now.
That's
There
what
was
goddesses
light.
do. We shed light on the situation.
You the one to share light.
So
you
we're here
and
to
your
shed
daughter.
some light on the situation.
And let me shed some scoop on the situation. Silver Logan Sharp is her daughter.
Yes. The best
And
thing
she's
I
in
ever
the
did.
studio. The
Yes,
best thing.
Best thing
Tell
I
them,
ever
girl.
did,
Tell them again,
right?
girl.
Best thing I ever did. And she has been my champion through all of the situations that I've been through that brought me here today to talk about healing.
Well, let's
Yeah,
get right
'cause
into
she
it.
was there for me through it all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say, when I met Paula was the day that Silver Logan Sharp came and was my first guest 4 years ago, and we just became like this from the day when we went out,
day
had
we
dinner,
met.
we had
Yeah.
drinks, and we have just
Yeah.
been family ever since. And I feel so blessed.
I
but
do too.
I'm more excited about tonight. We're gonna bring Silver up here at the end. So what's going on?
Well, I have a couple of gifts.
Yes, from who?
Yes.
Oh,
One for
Lord.
you and for your viewing on it. We'll let the paper clips. My new T-shirt.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
Feel Better Challenge, right? So there's one for
Yes.
you.
Is it anything to do with Feel Better
You
Friday?
Feel Better. The Feel Better Friday came from the Feel Better Challenge.
I love
okay.
it.
So one for you and one for you to give away.
Oh,
to
thank
whomever
you.
you please.
Thank you. I'll
And
give it
my
away on
memoir.
my thing. Yes.
Also, when we're
Yes.
done tonight, this will be whoever you want to present it to or gift it to.
Wow.
My gift to your show.
Thank
the
you,
Renee
thank
Allen and
you.
Friends show is thebomb.com.
Thank you.
Right?
And you are thebomb.com, and you're going to see
So,
why. We're going
right.
to get into your segment
Okay.
because she's very good on giving other people the joy, but I want to give her the joy this evening. So we're going to put this up. Let me see if it will be next thing. Okay, so.
Well, what I love about tonight so far, though, is that the two guests that you just had on are talking about the same thing, really, that I came here to talk about. It's how we have a lot of challenges out here right now with our health. In particular, mental health. Everybody's anxious and uptight. There's a lot of trauma in our environment, because of our day-to-day challenges with all that's going on. I don't need to repeat it, right? We all know what's going on out there. And so my case is that we have to do our own self-care. We can't go to a therapist every week. Most of us don't go once a month, truth be told. And we always make excuses as why we can't take care of ourselves, right? That has got to stop. I'm saying to all the listeners, viewers, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to stop giving excuses as to why we can't. And it really is about giving yourself permission.
Come on now.
You got to give yourself permission because we give ourselves permission not to. So now we got to give up because your quality of life, as your first guest said, depends upon it. Yeah. Really, your mental health depends upon it because the world we live in has eroded our trust. It has eroded our faith, our self-confidence, our self-esteem, the way we move through the world, our presence in the world. We got to change that.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have the power in our hands, in our healing hands, and our healing intention to do just that. And that's what the Feel Better Challenge is about. It's about having a healing intention, no matter what you do. When you get on Facebook, and you get ready to write those comments, think first about whether what you're writing is an act of love or an act of aggression or act of hate or act of revenge, whether or not you're showing forgiveness. I mean, this is how we communicate, and it comes through our hands. So my question then becomes, how are you using your hands, your healing hands? You know how you rub your hands together? Right, rub your hands together, right?
Feels good.
Feels good, doesn't it? Make a little heat.
Feels better.
You're cold outside. It's cold outside and you need to warm up. You make a little heat and then you put it on your face. Ooh.
That does feel good, y'all.
Right? Feels better, right?
Yes.
That's healing right there. So we do it all the time. Yeah. Healing is going on all the time. Okay. But we need to support it because we have so many things that take us off any healing intention, right? You look at television, again, you look at social media, you go to work. Okay? And there's something there as soon as you hit the door that takes you down, makes you sad, makes you feel less than worthy of the person that you are. Okay? So this is about self-love. Self-care is about self-love. Do you love you enough?
Do you?
Do you? To get up in the morning and say, hello, beautiful.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, beautiful. Hello, fantastic. Look in the mirror and speak kindly to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. So in the Feel Better Challenge, we have a series of practices that are easy to do, that you can apply on a daily basis. This is something we need to do daily, right? Yeah. You can do it in the morning, you can do it at night. You can do a breathing exercise sitting in the doctor's office.
I love
or
it.
waiting in line at the grocery store. You can stand there and take a deep breath. Matter of fact, let's take it right
deep
now.
breath. Okay.
Deep breath. Another one. Just one more. Okay.
That's relaxing.
Yeah, it's a little better, right? A little better.
Yeah, I feel a little relaxed.
So,
Yeah.
you see my shirt says check your chi.
I love it, y'all. I
Check
have
your
one
chi,
tonight.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's inviting you to listen to your own inner wisdom. And I'm going to show you every month ways to do that pretty effortlessly. Because my story is, I was stricken with fibromyalgia at the age of 40. I got severely disabled, ended up bedridden, ended up with panic disorder, depression, dysthymia. Hey, the list goes on. And the medical community failed me. Okay, I went through all the medical protocols for 5 or 6 years, and then I went into alternative medicine, energy medicine. I was much maligned for having fibromyalgia in the first place because nobody knew what it was when I got it. And then I was maligned for going into energy medicine to heal myself. So I went through a period when I was mute. I didn't talk about it because it was just too controversial. Then I had a turning point, a defining moment. I became a poet. The poet started telling her story. Thank you, God. All right? Thank you, God.
Yes.
And when I started telling my story, that led to the Yesterday When I Was Crazy book, which is my memoir, which was really to answer the question, what did I do to get better? And so most of that book is about what worked for me, and it's designed to help others find things that work for them. But back to the Feel Better Challenge. So the thing I want to emphasize today is healing hands. We all are healers out here in this world, or at least we have the potential to be. And we should use our hands to help ourselves, to heal ourselves, and not to hurt.
Yes, ma'am.
So before
Yes,
you
ma'am.
hurt somebody with your hands, and that's another subject for another day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Think about it. And make a different decision. Create a different intention. Create a loving intention. So, okay, we're going to place one hand on your lower, yeah, left hand, right hand. And so in the Feel Better Challenge, this is called the Zen Scan for the breath. And all it asks of you is that you listen and observe lovingly your own natural breathing, all right? So you can close your eyes, place your hand. Now, place your hands gently on your body. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You're feeling sort of grounded and settled in your place wherever you are. And you just notice your in-breath and your out-breath. And your in-breath and your out-breath. And your in-breath and your out-breath. In the interest of time, if you do that for 3 to 5 minutes.
I'll be asleep.
I know, right?
Because I want to fall
You
asleep.
notice yourself begin to settle. Yeah. You can take one, but it'll help you to settle in. It may even create some correction in your system, but it allows you to look at yourself from a loving point of view, notice your breathing, and now you have information. The information about how your natural breathing rotates in and out of your lungs, and whether or not you're breathing deeply enough, whether you need to do something about that, and maybe do some breath work, which is one of the things we'll talk about on the next segment.
That's awesome.
So it's just very simple. But it requires your intention, a healing intention, to observe yourself lovingly. It asks you to give attention to your breathing.
Is it like meditation?
Just for a moment. It's like a momentary meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, I received that.
Okay.
Right. And then the most important part really is you bless whatever is there.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yes.
So that's my message for today. Bless whatever is there. Because that's what God has gifted you with in the moment. It's your health and your well-being. Bless it and be blessed.
You're a blessing. She's a blessing. I love this segment, and I'm looking forward to the next one, then the next one, and the next one. Because she is the real deal. She's such a spirit, like a flower blooming, you know. And she's getting ready. Oh, I won't say your business, but there's so much she's getting ready to do. And I mean, some people, yeah. And I mean, some people, they leave this earth and they just leave all their blessings and all their stuff inside of them. This one has lived one for probably 5 women. And she does it so wonderfully. I love you.
I have a lot of stories to tell.
Yes,
and I love
yes.
you more. So give me some love.
Yeah. Any last words? And how can they get a hold of you? I know they want to see you.
On Facebook, it's Paula Potts. My website is paulapotts.com. On Instagram, Feel Better Challenge. And is that it? Did I miss? Twitter is Paula Potts DC.
And you know, Sylvia, you're going to have to come here and close out Mommy's segment since
Yeah,
you're here in the studio. Okay, come on.
Bring my
Feel
champion
Better
around
Friday.
here, my healing champion. Yes, bring her on. Because when I was going through it, this one right here was with me all the way. She never questioned.
Yes.
She never denied. She never ever turned against anything.
We're going to have her say a
I'm
word about
rocking.
her mother's first segment and close us out with a song.
It's fantastic. I hope you could feel the love and the intention. We take breathing so for granted. You know what I'm saying? Just breathing. We take breathing for granted, like we're supposed to breathe. You know what I mean? You know how many people can't or need assistance with or have to depend on a device to be plugged in just to breathe.
That's right.
So I remember when she couldn't breathe. You know what I'm saying? And when she couldn't breathe, that meant I couldn't breathe.
All right.
And so, you know, but God. So, you know, Renee, I love you so much. I love everything that you do, everything that's going on. You know, I could do this and I don't want to waste time because you got people to come up here. But I'm just going to say, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I love you. No one can tear us apart. We may go through rough times, but I know your heart is mine. I just want to say I love you. Back girl.
Thank you, Renee.
I love you too. That was Sylvia Logan Sharp on Paula Potts. First, what?
Feel Better Challenge
Yes.
on the Renee Allen and Friends Show. Chuck your cheek.
And we'll be right back with Dr. Jazz, is what they call her.
I got home with the ringing phone. By the time I picked up, just a dial tone. Was it you? Could it be? I'm just imagining how it used to be. I was wrong, wanna be alone. I guess I never really got it, but now I know it's not about me always getting my way. It's not about always looking for a change. I figured it out the second I walked away. It's all about the little things, all about discovering, all about the way you got me. It's all about the way I felt when you came round, and the way you picked me up when I was down. 'Cause it's all about the little things, all about remembering, all about the way it used to be. You see, it's all about the little things. Oh, I miss the little things. I take a ride, gotta get outside, pull the windows down, trying to clear my mind. Where are you? Could you be feeling the same as me? Do you think could be? It's not about me needing any more space. It's not about everything will be okay. I figured it out, but then it was too late. Oh, it's all about the little things, all about discovering, all about the way you got me. All about the way I felt when you came round, and the way you picked me up when I was down. 'Cause it's all about the little things, all about remembering, all about the way it used to be. You see, it's all about the little things.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. We are having a blast. Time, of course, is always going way too fast. But I am so excited to bring to you a woman that they call Dr. Jazz. Could you give them your full name and tell us a little bit about you, beautiful?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me.
You're
and to you,
welcome.
bold and beautiful woman unto today.
Oh, girl.
God bless you.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm Dr. Jazz. That's what they call me, but my full name is Jasmine Skolak. I'm from the little island called Trinidad and Tobago. 15 miles from Venezuela. It looks like you have Caribbean guests on tonight. I've been in this country for 18 years, live here in Washington, D.C., and pastor a great church called Victory Grace Center. Yes.
Yes.
And just love being here.
I love it. Well, look, I looked at your bio. First of all, everyone needs a Roz in their life. Okay, I've been dealing with you. She's your administrative assistant.
Yes.
Everybody needs a Roz in their life. She's on top of things.
She is.
So, and adores you.
Yes.
So let's talk about something that I read about being the daughter of thunder. I love that, but I want to hear the story.
Well, a couple of years ago when I was traveling, preaching all over the country, because of the size of my body, but the strength of my voice, people started just saying, you sound like thunder. And of course, the voice of God is like thunder. So people started calling me the daughter of thunder. And years ago, I read this amazing book called Daughters with an S of Thunder. And it talks about women that God used in the pulpit. Because so many times when we look at ministries and people in the pulpit, it's mostly masculine and not feminine. But there's a slew of women out there
Come on
who
now.
are rocking the mic in the pulpit.
Yes,
and so
ma'am.
I'm excited about it. So when I take the mic, I'm like MC Light. I just go hard. She's lightning, I'm thunder.
I love it. So listen, I've been, Suzette, first of all, I want to give her a little kudos.
Absolutely.
Because she's the one I believe brought me to you, right?
Yes.
I love her. Oh, my
Yes.
goodness. I met her, I got to talk to her more at Marcia Dyson's birthday party.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
and that's when we really got to love her. And all of a sudden, I was like, look at this blessing.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of the things that you're doing.
Well, this year we wanted to celebrate women, and not just women, but bold women. And around the Super Bowl weekend, I started this something called Be Bold Challenge. It was a 28 days challenge. In fact, it ends on tomorrow. And every day we were challenging women and men to do something like be kind, pay for somebody gas, pay for their meal,
Yes.
hug somebody, send your parents a thank you card. But this year we wanted to celebrate bold women because, particularly when you're dealing with women, sometimes we're always competing instead of celebrating.
Say it again, Dr. Jazz.
Sometimes we are always competing instead of
my.
celebrating.
Yeah.
But we wanted to let women know, particularly in the DMV, we are not in competition with anybody because nobody can beat you being you. We just simply want to celebrate you.
Yes,
On
ma'am.
March the 9th, which is International Women's Weekend, we selected 7 to 8 women in the DMV, and you're one of them that we are celebrating.
Lord,
and
glory
we
to
call
God.
you the bold and the beautiful.
Yes. Oh, I love it. And my mother watches all those the other bold and the
Yes,
beautiful.
yes.
We call her that her executive meeting. But now you have it for women in celebration.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, because I just think women overdue some celebration. And women who are in the trenches, women who started business, women who are in media, in entertainment, in sports, wherever they are, we want to celebrate them. And because you live in the DMV, you know the Apostle Betty people. I used to pastor the church, Jericho City of Praise.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Joel
yeah.
and Yolanda, they're my friends.
Well, wonderful. So we are honoring
Oh, my
Betty
goodness.
Peoples
Oh.
because she was like a trailblazer in the DMV.
Yes.
One of the baddest women who ever
Yes.
lived in the DMV. So we
Yes.
want to honor her, honorable mention of just celebrating her.
I love it.
Yes.
Because I didn't know who the other people were, but I'm like, I just felt so honored to be amongst them.
Absolutely.
Yes. So let's talk about you. I mean, you are a small package physically, but you roar.
Thank
So, yes, and you're welcome. So, I know that you're doing some things. Talk about the Finally Me project because
Absolutely.
that excites me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let me start off by telling you a story. For many years, I have tried to be everybody else but me. And what I realized is that nobody can beat me being me.
Yeah.
And so I started this journey at the age of 50 of just looking at myself and beginning to celebrate myself. And in October, my book is coming out, and it's called Finally Me For Real.
I love it.
You can
For
be
real.
for real.
For real. Is it a 4 or a number 4?
It's both. But it's finally me for real. And it's a journey of the making of me, the meaning of me, the broken me, the messy me, the miracle me. and just taking women through a journey. So I've got like 45 to 50 women who we gather the one Sunday of the month and just go through that stage because I went through all of them. I didn't know the making of me. I didn't understand the meaning of me. I tried to die when there was the breaking of me.
Now.
Then there was the messing me. But when I stepped into that age of identity, I realized, hey, listen, it's time to be finally me. And really, it's to help women get on their own frequency.
Oh.
Get off the AM
You're gonna have me running around the
station.
studio.
No.
You're gonna have me running around the studio.
Yeah, it's getting on your own frequency. It's hearing your own voice. It's going to your rhythm, to your beat. And I realize when you get your rhythm and you get your beat.
You got it, girl. Go ahead,
I'm
girl.
from the island. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's an energy, there's an excitement, there's a joy. And I'm just happy being me. So it's to help women. The conference is October the 10th, 11th, 12th. It's to help women to get on their own frequency. And I tell people, you cannot expect us to be we until you understand me. So many single women, hear me, so many women want to be we. So they're out there looking for Mr. Right and looking. No, just work on being me because there can't be no we without there's a me. And you ain't ready for we.
You said we, me.
Yeah,
Girl, you deep. You deep.
Yeah. And you ain't ready for we until you understand the making of me, what it took to make me, until you understand the meaning of me and what it took to make me and break me, and then you understand what
And
it took.
recreate me.
Oh my gosh. Then there's no unstopping. Then you cannot stop me because I'm finally me. And so I'm excited about it.
You making everybody excited. I'm sure out here we're gonna get a lot of buzz about it. I'm sure this has been a phenomenal show with phenomenal women. We had one cameo, Herb, that came in, and wasn't it great?
Yes.
It's just everything connecting,
Absolutely.
right? That's God.
Yes.
Yeah. So share with them. I mean, you're at a part of your life now. You said at 50, you started thinking about all that.
Yes.
Okay. So at every stage, of course, we grow into a different woman,
Yes.
right? 20, 30, 40, 50.
Absolutely.
Okay, once you decided to start doing that,
Yes.
what opposition or what trajectory, either way, did you come across?
Yeah, I always teach this principle to my church. With every revelation come resistance. So when you get a revelation of who you are, there's also resistance. But from the resistance, you will finally get to the place of celebration. And what I've got...
I'm waiting for that one.
Oh, hey, listen, it's I'm a preacher, so I deal with it where Jesus comes out of the water, and the Bible said the heaven opens up, a dove descends, and he hears a voice from God saying, "This is my beloved son in whom I'm well pleased." So this is identification. From identification, now he leads to celebration. So when you identify who you are, you don't have to wait for anybody to celebrate you. The heavens open. When you identify with who you are, everything lines up. The stars, the moon, even your haters will line up.
Come on now.
And they'll pay your bills. That's because when you line up, you pull an energy when you walk in who you are. Just by getting to be who I am, resources are coming from different places. One of the person who's coming for my conference this year is a person I love and admire, and that's MC Light.
Yes.
And she's going to be a part of my conference
That's
this year.
amazing.
And I can imagine having somebody like MC Light. But I just put it out there in the atmosphere, and I say, hey, listen, when you're flowing under open heaven, you can ask for Michelle Obama and she'll show up. That's how powerful I believe in this.
Man. Well, I heard it sold out, so y'all missed out to be there personally, right? Or what?
The bowl one is
bowl
sold
one?
out, which
Okay.
is March, but our Finally Me conference is in October, and it goes on sale on March the 1st, so you still got time.
And I know what to sell out too, so you better get your tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'd like you to give maybe 1 or 2 or 3 tips as how women, because I just talked about this with a prior guest, Koila, and what you can do to help women that are broken. They may not even know they're broken,
Right.
Dr. Jazz.
Right.
But how do you slip it in there so they get a aha moment and they start to evolve into a better woman?
Yeah. So my first book is entitled, which you're going to love, Dancing with Broken Bones. That's my first book. We'll make sure you get a copy of it.
Yes,
but it's
ma'am.
taken from Psalms 51, verse 7, where it says, "Allow me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones you have broken may dance again." Now, one of my life
That's so
coach,
deep.
isn't it?
That's so deep.
Allow me to hear joy and gladness that the bones that you have broken may dance again. Now, I have a different theological twist on brokenness because many times women who experience brokenness tend to blame the demonic, tend to blame the devil. But I think about Jesus who took bread, he blessed it, and then he broke it. And it's in the breaking it, he multiplied it. So I believe that sometimes in the greatest breaking is the greatest multiplication.
Yes, man.
I mean, it's in the time when you're the most broken that God can really multiply you. And one of my mentors said this to me years ago when I was facing some terrible time. He said, all disappointment is ultimately God's form of protection. All disappointment is ultimately God's form of protection. We don't even know what he's protecting us from.
We think we're missing
Oh, my
something, but he
goodness.
protected us.
He's protecting
Come
us.
on now.
And so when you know that even for the door that is closed, there's a blessing, not just in the open doors, but also in the closed door. Because the same hand that blesses is the same hand that breaks. The same hand. God doesn't give the devil the opportunity to break you. The same hand. He took bread, he blessed it, and he broke it. And here's where you want to shout. You're still in the hands. Whether you're blessed or broken.
Still in the hands.
You're still in the hand.
And
You're
our girl was just talking about the hands, the healing hands.
Right.
This is supposed to happen today, y'all.
Right.
You're going to have me dance. You want to dance? Let's dance.
Oh, yeah. Don't let me stop.
Look, we have a few more minutes, and I want you to be able to bless, say, comment, suggest, inspire people out there with something from your heart.
Absolutely. Listen, I don't know where you are in life. I don't know what you're facing, but I want to encourage you. And the encouragement is this. Wherever you are, on the mountain or in the valley, it's the same God who's on the mountain and in the valley. And when you come out of it, you are even going to be richer and wiser and greater. And you will be finally you.
Finally. I love you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love your heart.
God bless you.
This has been an amazing show with amazing women. I'm looking forward to your bold. I wish I could get a few tickets to bless a few people, but maybe at the conference.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to give your information one more time because I want them to be able to get a hold of you.
Absolutely. On every social media platform, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and if you still on MySpace, here it is. I am Dr. Jazz. All one word. I am Dr. Jazz.
Thank you so much. Dr. Jazz, she said there was some music playing up in here without any instruments, okay? Her voice was an instrument. Look, thank you so much. We're going to end this segment today with some astrology, a woman that I met at the Leopard Lunch with Nene Leakes and all of them, and it was phenomenal, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you.
Gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well, you won't be the last, nor you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Yeah, say and yeah, say what good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away. Ooh, every night. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Hey, yeah, 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 say it. And hey, yeah, 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 say it. Yeah, 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 say it.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. We are having such an amazing time. It's almost time to go, and I don't want it to go. So anyway, I am sitting here with the fire starter, and I love it. I love astrology. I love the spirit. You know, the discernment that I get, I think, is a gift from God. And when I met the fire starter at the Leopard's Lunch, Marcia Dyson and Vivian Avakova invited me, I met you. Glory to God. Yes. So I'd like to start out by saying, first of all, just tell me about yourself first.
Well, my mission in life is to teach people how to revisit, revise, reestablish, and reciprocate what their idea of freedom is, and who we were pre-colonization. God gave me a gift that I've been aware of since I was a child, and I use it to give people mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, and physical freedom all around the world.
Oh my God.
And one thing that's undeniable is numbers. Everything that we do in life is based on numbers. One thing that we'll never be able to change is the rising of the sun, the setting of the sun, the moon coming up. Mm-hmm. And we need to understand these things, and how they play into our daily life.
Mm-hmm. And we do have the numbers, Jacob. There's a few that she'll be speaking. One is numbers with the fire starter, because I downloaded them for you.
Yeah, because, planets are not just there for decoration, and they were our original calendars. And as you see the images, that's who we are. That's who we were. That's the revisiting, revising, reestablishment, of our people, of people all around the world. And we need to remember those things about ourselves to unlock the DNA, because there's a lot of people that are lost, and a lot of people that are judged in daily life for their beliefs. And I believe in God.
Yes. Me
God,
too.
God has blessed me, and I feel like I'm a blessing to others.
Yes.
To be able to help them in life and navigate, obstacles in their lives. And like I told them, I let them know I'm their GPS. And every single person in life is gifted in some sort of way. So it's my job to teach them how to be free.
Yes.
And what that means to them, because your freedom may not be my freedom. The way that you view things may not be the way that I view things. But I don't want people in this world to feel judged, because a lot of times spirituality can be based on geography. And geography is numbers, spirituality can be based on where you're born. Prime example, if I was born in Asia, I probably would have been Buddhist or Hindu or Muslim. Just so happened I was born in the United States, so I was born Baptist, and I grew up in church, and I still believe in the sanctity of church. I still believe in the sanctity of God, but I also believe that through numbers, through astrology. Those things are undeniable, and there are people out there looking for guidance, spirituality, love, and my idea may not be everybody else's idea.
Well, we have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so I want to ask you, most people, I would say, are very curious about the zodiac and what's my sign this month. And so how does that all align, and how true is that?
Well, back to numbers, when you look on your birth certificate, it has a date, it has a time, and that's your universal fingerprint. That will never be changed. So when you were born at a certain specific time, there was a planetary alignment in the stars that was modified specifically for you, that is undeniable. So my job is to teach people how to unlock that part of them, which is their spiritual astrology, planetary alignment. Some people, let's just say you may have been born at 4 a.m. You may end up being an insomniac and find yourself up at 4 a.m.
Wow.
Because that's what time you were born. That is your fingerprint in the universe. So every single person has a planet that is assigned to them. Me in particular, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm ruled by Jupiter. And, just like your blood type, every planet is modified specifically for you, and it's based on numbers, astrology.
Well, let's give them a way to get a hold of you, because we've run out of time just about, and I want to make sure they can get a hold of you. And I'll have you on my social media as well.
Okay. Well, I'm on YouTube under Firestarter Tarot. And you can get in contact with me at info@firestarterworldwide.com to get an accurate, customized life report.
I love it. Life report, y'all. Life report. Thank you so much, Firestarter.
And God bless you.
I love you.
Thank
and I'm
you
waiting
so
for my report. We're going to get ready to do that in a minute. So God bless you. We'll see you next Wednesday. Be good to people. Smile. Be kind. God bless.
Miss Renee Show.